I know what I know what I was going to say. For those that experience, I realized the words that we use to just describe things. Um, and so there are words like Holabody or Rashabadi or Avatar. Um, and so I have the 15D template up and running, so I see a reflection of what I am through the sun. And it's powerful stuff because I can see the auroras. That's what we are. Okay. um, and so it took me, and if you want to measure some how long it take you to do that, well, 4 years of age. That's why I always go back to 4 years of age. So now I had to burn my way through a lot of stuff. Right. I try not to use negative words that's going to trigger anybody. Any file that you have linked to with your soul that hasn't been cleared of trauma, some associated trauma that you have. You see, a Rashabadi, I heard somebody say the other day who calls himself a Jew, call yourself whatever you want, buddy. I love you just the same. Okay? You're a living being. You're in my mirror. Therefore, I love you. I hope you're doing well and happy and joyful and having fun. Because your spirit is a live one. You're running on plenty of juice. You're experiencing being loved. Yeah, you're one of me. Now you're experiencing being one. So your heart is going to feel what my heart feels. So, Rashabadi, we feel everything. And I remember there was a lady who used to be with a super soldier, bless your heart, Sarah Adams. She mentioned one time, and this is when Michael Savage said, "Well, it's sort of like a two-edged sword. You have a lot of power, but you give it all away to serve." Okay, there are people that don't know how to translate that. I know. Because to be willing to give up every single electron, which means you're not holding on to nothing. Because it's like you're not the matter state. You're in the spirit world. That's where all the teachers are. Yeah. So I know when it comes to being a guardian, you gotta be you're loaded. You're a loaded bear. You're always on fire. Because you know that the seed upon which I was born out of was an eternal sun seed. So that's Adam power. Adama Amorea. 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 Be still. Be relaxed. You're loved. When everyone is being loved, then there isn't any tension in your nerves. Ever. You are so relaxed and so totally relaxed. You're happy. You're a happy and joyful spirit because all the spirits around you are happy and joyful because we're all experiencing being loved, because we're all in love with each other, because that's the energy that we are. That's the energy that we run on. That's where all the poets, the musicians, we're on fire to create. Okay. And so it's seamless because everything is real to you, because I'm real, because love is real. So there are certain things when I was a child that I stuck by. It was like my little ammo box, but I understood I don't use my energy the way they do. My heart is a guardian. So love is the power plant. That's protection. That's your immunity function. Love is what grows everything at a very high rate of speed. Yeah. And so that's where all the fire is in the fire. So it's a matter of knowing how to light fire, light yourself on fire. So that's what I did. I know how to do that. And that's when God Source knows that you don't ever want to be separated from God Source and you're willing to serve forever and you really want to be forever, then you are always with Source. That's what you are. You're now a server. And once you experience that by willing to give up every electron, to not hold one unit of energy captive, you're an eternal server. And that means you're in love forever with everything that is in your mirror. So that's purity. And that is called hygiene. That's real hygiene. We all know that, because they go after breaking the heart in two, splitting atoms, splitting arcs. I'm a rainbow sphere. That's the vehicle. The inner crystal rainbow, the crystal wave, the pink Rosetta. I have a rose heart. It's a pink heart. I see that pink comes back to me when I go out and say hi to the sun in the morning. That's direct communication. It's like God's back in the building, Mom. God Source, the create the. I just keep it simple. An engineer, an engine, an eternal engine that powers everything. The light is never going to go out. There's always going to be enough juice for everybody. There's no trick to it. Okay, there's no tricksters. There's no bad guys. None of that. As a matter of fact, none of that exists anymore. Those worlds don't exist. You know, when I was a little boy, it's like, I know what's real and I know what's not real. I am what's real because I am what love is. That means I get an immediate read of anything that is not real. Because you can read everything. And that's a recon unit. That's what I'm, reconnaissance. I'm a reconnaissance guardian. It's like tech support that comes in and does tech support, but to do tech support, you can't be detected, okay? Otherwise, you can't do your job when you're in a system that broke. And the amount of errors that I stopped counting them by the time I was 11 years old, stopped counting sheep. So when it comes to building systems, you got to know something about system engineering, how to build a computer, how to build a universe, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, the crystal star, the crystal wave. So I try and put some medicine wheel laughter into it, even though I've shed an ocean of tears in this planet. That's probably what keeps the tank going, the water running. You know, turtles. You know, the love of a turtle. Turtle Island. So I love all my native spirits. I'm always, my heart always belongs to all of you. The native spirits that hold the fort down. All the guardians that are here. Keep the doors open. Keep the light on. The real battery power of the planet. The true source of all power is a love engine. So that's what lives in my heart. That's why I love her for the heart she gave me. That's what allows me to love all of you with. That's what I love me with. Okay? That's what I am. So you know love is your protection. Yeah. And what does that do? It grows things so they don't die, one. And two, it means you can resuscitate a spirit that fell. So that being, that spirit, that energy, that consciousness realizes, you're loving me. You're really loving me. No, I mean, you're really loving me. Yes. Of course. Because I love me. And if I love me, I love you because you're in my mirror. And it can't be any other way, or I don't know who I am. That's how you know who you are on an AI battlefield with a lot of tricksters with tech. Tech operators. Yep. So you got to know something about electronics and how to run a radio set. How about how to power a living star? A radio wave. Ita Chalet. Fire and ice. First form of radiation. Eternal form of radiation. The form and flow. Let it flow. Let the love flow through all the circuits. Open all the circuits. That's what I do out here all the time. Let it flow. Let all that love flow in here through every circuit. Start making corrections here. That's really what a reset is. It's like resetting timers. It's like when I was a child, I'll tell you the truth. It must have been around 12 years of age, so this would have been like around 1963, and where was I then? Living in Orange County in a dead house, trying to get down to the beach with my bare feet and keep myself alive with free electrons and stay out of places. Right? That kind of stuff. So it was like, it's quite a story. Love stories are always powerful stories to live in because those are the songs that we sing. And so that's a creative mind. That's why all you have to do is look at all the movies. How much money Hollywood made off of people that love to be creative and got hijacked. So you already know what they do with creator beings who do not create anything twice in a row. So everything that is in my creative heart is brand new. It's a brand new experience, which means you don't fear the unknown because unknown knowns. Remember, known unknowns. Know me. Know my code. Yes, I know the code of an eternal son. That's what I am. So that's an access key. And that's an access key to every door because God will open the door. God's source will open the lock because God knows you're pure, because you're as pure as God is. You're as pure as a source field because you're seeking to be pure, because you're not going to hold on to one electron. And that means you're spinning light. You're hot. That's called a hot mirror. That's a hot vortex.